Hello, 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 hello. I'm Lynn Browder, and I have a son, Owen, who is 13 and has autism. We paint together working on his fine motor skills. He helps me paint the backgrounds of our paintings, and then I paint the rest. So, Lynn, what are you doing today? I am painting a Christmas tree. Doesn't it look like a Christmas tree? I every year I do Christmas trees, it seems like, and I try to kind of do like a style, and I pick one, whether it's all bright colors or all, just squirrely lines, squiggly lines, small lines, big lines, just the different stuff. Well, I haven't decided what I'm going to do this year. So maybe this year they're all different. And I'm not saying that I haven't done different ones in the past. Like, don't think I don't change my mind. If you've watched any of them, you know that it's not always. This brush has got all kinds of interesting things happening with it. Well, that is truly, usually, like, when you put paint on it, the brush, the bristles kind of calm themselves down. Not this brush. It was, it kept like eyelashes, when you're doing that. I don't know why that was so funny. It wasn't really not funny, but here we are. It's funny. So, anywho, that seems like it's become one of my new favorite words. Anywho, I don't know. Again, that's also not a particular reason why. I don't think I got much sleep last night. And I shouldn't say that because I was asleep a lot, but I kept waking up, and I don't know if that does anything to anybody else, but it always seems like when I wake up a lot, it doesn't help the process of awake and asleep and 1, 2, 3 punch. Oh, there you go. Welcome to the world of me putting way too much paint on my paintbrush. So sometimes what I do is I do what I call sprinkles or confetti. And I take my brush and I will put lots of paint like this, and then I hit the brush, which purposefully drops the paint. That was not on purpose. That was me. So technically I could do it on this painting, but I would need to move lots of things because it you pretty much make a big old mess. And I have a regular dress on and not a smock. A lot of times I wear the same thing over and over and over and over. You'll see, especially when it's long sleeve weather, because you'll see it's the same thing, and you're like, does she paint every day, or does she? But because I get paint on everything, and between Owen and I, we have all the paint, so I try to wear the same thing. Again, purposefully. Oh, you know, those days that you're just slap happy. I'm halfway between a headache and needing a lot more caffeine. Um, I thought I was gonna have. I thought I would get more caffeine or coffee when I was out, but I didn't, and so I was about to brew a pot before I started this, and then I was like, well, I will paint and then just make me a cup because I have one of those K-cup things. But anyways, oh, so now we have multiple dots. So we may be doing sprinkles yet. We may be doing sprinkles yet, people. I don't know. Maybe I'll just dot it all over the place. That's always an adventure. So, if you've watched before, stars, I have to do like the 5, you know, like I have to draw the star like that. And then I can go back in and I can fill it in and I can just make it a solid star. But I have to do this like you know, we all figure out our way, people. We all figure out our way. And that's my way, is I gotta do it. I gotta do it like that. Owen is with his grandmama. He is beyond happy. It's his Saturday, and he loves going with his grandma. Last night was one of his favorite nights of the year. We've gone numerous times. He goes, he calls him Night Santa. He has Fish Santa and Night Santa. And I'm sure now that he's starting to like Santa, we'll have kind of more as time moves on. But he loves Night Santa. In fact, let's see, last night was Friday. I have to backtrack. So Thursday night before Friday, his prayer was, "Dear God, thank you for Night Santa. Amen." So, you know, he thoroughly loves Night Santa. And this is like new. This is like big time, you know, new. This is, for years, Santa was not on the radar. Like, he didn't connect to presents. He didn't connect, well, he was, presents were even hard. Like, if someone else, it makes my heart cry, because of how hard it was for him. If someone else opened a present, he was beside himself. He couldn't think, he couldn't look, he couldn't, like, it was just, there was no turning back. There was nothing we could do. And I can't tell you, when I didn't understand that presents were a problem, you know, I went through and I tried to like open some with him, and then the meltdown began, and it was just too much for him to handle, too much for him to deal with, and we would have to not go anywhere for the holiday. Like, if I tried to open presents with him before we'd go to like my parents or someplace, then we were done. He couldn't, like, hours upon hours upon hours of him crying and being upset. So for years, it was so hard for him to even imagine that someone would take what he was, I guess, considering a present, because his vocabulary was extremely limited at that point. He still has some difficulties with a lot of words and expressing why something is happiness or something is sad or something, like he can't tell. So for him to now want to go to Night Santa, and like he hasn't just been looking forward to Night Santa since, you know, the last few weeks when we were talking about it actually happening. He has been looking forward to Night Santa since last Night Santa, like the last time Night Santa, because that didn't explain as well. The last time Night Santa was here, and Night Santa is his therapy clinic's Night Santa. They do a 5K. I don't think I explained this on this video. I'm tired, people. His therapy clinic does a 5K so they can raise funds to help children like Owen if they don't have insurance or coverage for therapies, to get the therapies they need, and they never turn away a child. So it's truly a blessing, and they have the 5K, and then they have Night Santa and cookies, hot chocolate, coffee, that type of thing, all there. So it is a wonderful, wonderful program, wonderful people, and Owen loves it. So even since we've been going to the therapy place, he goes there for music, he's changed, and it's changed for him as to how he's handled it and how everything kind of works for him. And being able to be with Night Santa, being able to want to go to the event. He would have stayed longer yesterday, but it's November 22nd. Yesterday was the 21st. All my days are blending together. My last infusion, I had breast cancer, and I'm cancer free at this point. But my last infusion was October 28th, and I'm still in, going through just tiredness and yucky, and all the things you can imagine that I've had with this. It's getting out of my system, but I just am very tired and winded and yucky from the chemicals and everything. So next year is our year. That's what I keep saying. For him to be able to, he's understanding so much more now. And for him to have wanted to go, he, thanked God for Night Santa. He was so thrilled to be there. And he thinks he thinks a present is a candy cane, because Santas always give candy canes. And so he doesn't think of a present as a, big game or a new toy bicycle, any of those things. He thinks he's like so happy that Santa gave him a candy cane. Like that's a present to him. That's his present. And so last night he actually wanted to eat it, which again, that is a big, huge deal for him. And so he ate the first one, and I was just in shock, because peppermint and all that kind of thing. And he was like, kind of looking around, and I'm like, do you want another one? And he said yes, which again was kind of huge to me that he was like that. I said, well, if you want more, you need to ask Santa. And so he walked right up to Santa and he asked him for another present. And so Santa quickly agreed and gave him one. And then there was a little girl there, and she did not want the candy cane. So her mom let her give, or they gave it to Owen. So he ate three candy canes at this event. And I mean, it's just amazing to me that where he's come from and where we are now and all the amazing steps that have taken us to this point. It's just huge. It's just huge. Now that I want this brush, this is the brush that was not like agreeing with me a little bit ago with the now that I want it to spread out, it's getting itself, maybe this will do. So I think next year will be even bigger for him, because it's, every year he's starting to kind of understand it more, wants to be there more, just excited about the presents, excited about the event, hoping, that his friends will be there, which unfortunately none of them were, but just all of that. He, just exciting for him. So, it's a lot. It's amazing. It's a lot. It's so cool that we're at this point. And I'm just thankful. I'm thankful that there's this in our life. I get so emotional because when you go from having a child that would literally scream when someone would unwrap a present, whether it's at Christmas or a birthday, or like he was overwhelmed by presents and he couldn't handle you even like giving him a birthday present or anything like that. It had to be made when he wasn't around. So to go from that to that, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I can't decide. I wasn't sure if I should put little dots underneath here, but here we are. We're gonna put little dots underneath. I don't know that this was exactly what I had in mind that I was going to do today, but here we are, and I could have easily probably taken them off and put white on it, but when you just do what you do. As I said, we don't know how many of these we're gonna do at some point. which different ones will be different ways. So we're just gonna do that. I think I'm gonna like make this like it's got some white on it. As it dries, sometimes when things dry, I want it to look a little bit different. So, I think that's what we're doing. So he's with Grandma, and they'll be coming home, as he likes to say. He's now using the word shortly, and I love it so. And he'll correct me when I'll say something like in a little bit, and he'll I shouldn't say he's correcting me. He's saying shortly. He'll like he'll say it in another way, or technically. There are times where he actually knows the English, like the proper way to say something, and I'm like, okay, you're right, dude. So, okay. Alrighty. I am going to... I forgot there was... No, I got that. I was looking at all my colors over here. I'm like, I didn't. I had peach. Peach versus orange. So, you know, might as well. Since it's on my board here, might as well put a few peach. Okay, dokie. So, now let's see if I can sign with this. It's a little bigger than I usually do, but we do O for Owen. And then L. I might actually have more control over this than I do the other. And B. There we go. Thanks so much for watching and being a part of our day. Toodles, toodles.